Babe, have you seen... Oh.
Yeah, babe? What's up? Yeah, babe, what's up? What can I do for you?
Oh. Just don't tie your hair.
What's up, babe? Do you need something?
Yeah. Just gonna take a cold shower.
If you thought those were the cringiest seconds of your life, then I need you to brace yourself, because the next few minutes will test your gag reflex. The man you just watched is known to all 5 million plus of his followers as Rahul Rai.
And send. Fuck, we're having kids tonight.
And what you just saw were some of his romantic skits. It looks like every cheesy couple video you've ever scrolled past, until one detail ruins it. The girlfriend in each skit is also Rahul Rai. The towel on his head is how you know she's supposed to be a woman. It might be the single cringiest thing on planet Earth, and somehow it was about to get so much worse. Every episode followed the same script. Rahul would complete this sort of mundane task most adults manage without expecting a standing ovation, and Towel Girlfriend reacted as though she just met the last decent man on Earth.
Hey babe, have you seen... Oh my god, are you serious?
What?
Listen, you little s***y devil, okay? I have a lot of work to do today, so I will not be falling for any of your seduction methods.
I'm literally just sweeping the floor. It's dusty.
I don't want to hear it. Mommy has a lot of work to do. God. Hey babe, one last thing before I leave. Oh, god damn it, man!
What?
You know what you're doing. Giving the toilets a good rub down. It's a metaphor, isn't it?
They're filthy.
I bet they are. Oh, now look at that. I gotta change my undergarments because of you. I'm about to do a new load, so put them in the hamper. You are a master of seduction. What? Okay.
A lot of people ate it up. How? I have no idea. But Rahul had an audience, a devoted one, made up of women in their 30s to 50s who thought their husbands were unqualified in comparison to Rahul. If Rahul Rai stopped there, this would have been a better world for everyone involved, you and me included. We wouldn't have had to see what came next. But he didn't stop. And since I had to see it, I'm not about to spare you. The boyfriend and girlfriend act progressed into a whole family, a father, a mother, and a son, all played by Rahul. And it was the inclusion of a son that sealed the creator's downfall.
Yeah, Zane, what's up? I wet the bed. Did you have a nightmare? Not exactly. Then what? I had a dream about Miss Donna. Miss Donna, your art teacher? Oh my god. Hey. What? Your son just had his first wet dream. You need to talk to him about it. Oh no, I think he can wait till the morning. Listen to me. Ow! Your son is at a pivotal moment of his life right now. You have to step up as a father and have this conversation with him. This is a big moment. Okay. Hey Zane, you wet the bed? Yeah, Miss Donna was wearing a really nice outfit and... Oh, Miss Donna, your art teacher? Oh yeah, she's pretty...
Taking a child's curiosity and turning it into the setup for something sexual was where the internet drew the line. The same comment sections that used to enjoy his jokes started asking why a grown man was writing sexual punchlines for a child character. Why is it always focused on children's curiosity in a sexual manner? No adult with a healthy relationship with children would ever think to make a skit like this. To make matters worse, older skeletons began surfacing as people dug into him. They found clips of him using racial slurs.
When I was a stripper with a crooked teeth, niggas didn't give a fuck. They used to fall in love with me. And bitches used to be like, oh my god, but why her? She's the fucking stripper, she's so ratchet. Even when I got with Offset, bitches used to be on the side, well, she used to be a stripper, she's so...
The backlash was intense, but it seemed Rahul Rai hadn't learned his lesson, and he was about to cross a line there was no coming back from. Rahul ran a series that went by the hashtag Raising Zane, and in it, he played the whole nuclear family. The dad was Rahul, the mom was also Rahul but called herself Zara, and a 5-year-old son named Zane. Yes, it was also Rahul.
Hey Zane, I'm looking for your mom. Have you seen... Oh no. Oh, hey Dad. Hey Zane, what are you doing? Oh, well, me and Randall were hungry, so we got ourselves a snack. Pineapple. It's delectable. It's the word of the day. And that was the last one. wasn't it? Oh, did you want some, Dad? Oh, no. I mean, well, it's gonna have it after dinner, before going to sleep with your mom. But that's fine. It's fine. I'll just go get some more. You seem really perturbed that I finished your pineapple. Perturbed? Me? No, I'm not perturbed. Even Randall thinks you're perturbed. Well, Randall is wrong. Randall's wrong. Why, you're getting very splenetic. I don't even know what that means. Basically means you're angry. Well, I'm not splenetic and I'm not perturbed, but maybe next time when there's pineapple in the fridge, you say something for the rest of us.
Here's the structure of these skits. The child character would say something sexual or repeat something sexual he supposedly overheard, or get placed right next to a sexual situation, and the joke was the shock of those words in a kid's mouth. That was the whole mechanism.
All right, Zane. Hi. Zane, are you okay, baby? What happened? Zane put a whole hot dog in his mouth without chewing it first, and then, unfortunately, threw up all over the place. Oh my God, Zane, why would you do that? Well, last time I saw you eat a hot dog in front of Daddy, he said, don't use your teeth. Put the whole thing in your mouth. And when you did it, he smiled and said, good girl, you don't have a gag reflex. And he petted you on your head.
If you thought that was bad, you wouldn't like this one. In another video, Zane asked his dad Rahul where babies came from. Rahul kept it innocent. Then he, from the perspective of Zane, replied with a graphic answer no child should know, let alone say.
Yeah, Zane, what's up? Can I ask you a question? Of course, Zane, you can ask me anything you want. And I'll be completely honest and transparent because you're my son and you deserve nothing but the truth from your father. Okay. Where do babies come from? That's a great question. Well, when a mother and a father love each other, they decide to go to the local toy store to find a child to bring home. Oh, so I was bought in a toy store? Yep. Half off. Why the face? You don't believe me? No, I just thought babies were made when a man and a woman have unprotected sex, and a man finishes inside a woman instead of on her stomach. Or her back. No, it's a toy store. They go to the toy store. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for being honest, Dad.
Then came the one where Zane asked his parents point blank what a MILF and dick were, because the whole class had been calling the two of them that.
Mommy? Yeah, baby, what's up? What's a where did you hear that word? All the boys in my class called you a Hey, you two. What's going on here? Your son is asking some interesting questions. Maybe you can provide some insight. Oh, sure. What's up, Zane? What's a Where did you hear that word? All the boys in my class call mommy a Yeah, she is. Focus. I mean, and all the girls call you a Oh my God. Really? Focus. Right. Well, Zane, those are, They are like, rare, like rare Pokemon? Yes, they're like rare Pokemon. Yes, and very rarely do you see them in the real world. Wow, my parents are like rare Pokemon. Thanks, guys. This therapy is gonna cost a fortune. Yep.
Yeah, these weren't exactly jokes you'd expect from an almost 40-year-old man, and having a child, even if it's a make-believe one, act them out only made things worse. Almost immediately, people started putting the skits next to each other, and 4 recurring themes became impossible to miss. The first thing they pointed out was that the joke almost always depended on the child character. Strip away the kid and most of the punchlines disappeared with it. This observation became one of the biggest talking points because it shifted the conversation away from individual clips and toward how adding a child to the comedy itself was questionable. I'm getting word that you've added a child to your pantheon of self-life characters. You good? Then came another detail that couldn't be ignored. Rahul wasn't acting out someone else's script. These skits came from his own ideas. In a 2022 interview, the creator talked about his creative process and how he came up with content ideas.
How do you come up with your content? Where does it come from? Is it your brain, the way it thinks? What you got?
That's a question I get a lot. And I still have not come up with my go-to answer or a good solid answer. But really, it's just about observation. Whether it's observations of myself in my own life while I'm actually living my life. It could be observations of things that I see on the app. It could be observations of things that I see in my comment section. It could also be observations that I just see in life of other people. That's usually where it comes. Or then like sometimes it's like a sound inspires an idea and it clicks.
This meant he wasn't hiring someone to write what he was going to say or do. Everything was coming from his head. People decided to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was recreating trends. However, TikTok sounds came and went every week, and plenty of creators used the exact same audios without controversy. For example, when he turned everyday miscommunication bits into something else, like so.
Hey buddy, have you seen your mom? She just stepped out to go to the store. Really? For what? Not sure, but I think I heard her say to herself, well, I guess it's time for plan B. She said that? Yup, she just shrugged her shoulders and said, well, I guess it's time for plan B, and then walked out. What's plan B, Dad? Could mean you're about to get a sibling. Hey, you two. Hey, babe, hey, you think I could, talk to you in private? Sure, babe, what's up? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Am I? No! What's the matter with you? So why is our son telling me that you stepped out to go to the store saying, and he quotes, well, I guess it's time for plan B. Well, plan A was to sit at home and drink wine together, but you hate wine, so I figured, all right, plan B, let's get you a bottle of rum, since that makes you happy. Oh, wow, okay, thank God. Yeah, so relax, no one's pregnant. So I'm not getting a sibling? Oh,
People believed that wasn't an isolated decision anymore. It had become a recurring formula. This is really weird behavior. Like, who's even the target audience? Regardless of the motivation behind them, repeatedly framing child characters and sexual situations normalized ideas that shouldn't have been played for laughs in the first place. Of course, the comments underneath some of the videos called him out. Some viewers were disturbed by what they were watching. People are laughing about it, but this is genuinely disgusting. I've been trying to be more creative lately and think of skits, and never has a skit about sex and children ever crossed my mind. Why does he have so many? Others seemed completely unfazed, with some joking that this was how their own children behaved or close to it. My 4-year-old Zen thinks that God uses his magic to put the baby in mom's tummy. This is the best series yet. The whole conversation had drifted from what Rahul intended and toward how the videos landed, especially for victims of abuse. Some commenters stopped short of calling him an abuser and predator based on what they were watching. This is just child abuse at this point. Oh, he's genuinely an effing monster, okay? Genuine predatory behavior. And their whole point was that the videos could come across that way, not that they proved anything about who he was offline. That's the register this whole thing has to live in. Not he is, but how did he not see how this looked? Because, and this is what damns the I had no idea defense, Rahul had been told. Years earlier, around 2020, Rahul had already apologized after separate roleplay content was criticized for appearing to blur the lines around consent.
So I've been seeing comments like this all day today, so I'm gonna address this right now. The intention behind the video was not about coercion. The intention behind the video was to explore relationships, not coercion. I apologize to anybody that was triggered by it, not my intent.
He said on the record that consent is absolutely important and coercion is not okay. I do apologize to anyone that I triggered. Consent is absolutely important and coercion is not okay. Hope that clears things up. So Rahul knew as far back as 2020 that his kind of content could be harmful, but he just kept going. As people dug further back, more old content resurfaced. Older clips showed Rahul using a racial slur bleeped in the audio but visibly mouthed.
I had the nerve to tweet about how much views he got, more views than football and the Bachelorette and shit. Why you care about that? Niggas is dying. We're dying. We're dying. We're dying. Coronavirus. These doctors don't even have the answer, bro. These doctors is wearing motherfucking garbage bags. These nurses is wearing garbage bags, man. What are you going to do about that? We want answers.
By the middle of 2026, the debate had grown far beyond a handful of awkward TikToks. It had become a full-scale internet investigation. That's how far he had fallen. But to understand how it got this bad, you have to go back to where it started long before the family skits. Rahul Rai's flagship series was called Me and Future Bae. The concept was almost sweet on paper. Rahul played himself as his smooth, attentive boyfriend, and Rahul played the woman, his imaginary girlfriend, signaled by a bath towel wrapped around his head.
Hey babe, how's it going?
Hey babe, it's go.
God. What? You look so... Oh my God. You okay? What are you... Why are you wearing what? Oh, this little number? Yeah, I just bought it. I figured I'd break it in, wear it around the house a little bit. Shit. You like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I figured since sometimes you wear suits around the house, I could sometimes wear a dress around the house. Yeah, so I figured, you know, it's only fair. Yep, yeah, that logic pans out. Yeah, so I'll let you get back to work. Okay. And when you're done, you let me know. Yes, Mike.
And the base of every skit was the same. The man did something spectacularly ordinary, laundry, cologne, or even exercising authority, and the woman, played by him, instantly lost her mind over it.
Oh. Babe, what's wrong? Oh, I'm fine. Yesterday was leg day at the gym, so I'm just a little sore. Oh, babe, take a seat. Let me massage your legs. Oh, no, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Babe, seriously, you need a massage. Let me massage your legs. No, Sit. Now. And let me massage your legs.
However you feel about that, I felt worse watching it over and over while trying to put this video together. The bare minimum was treated like a seduction, but there's a detail that made it stranger than your average thirst content. The chemistry he had with himself was beyond normal, so much so that fans were calling it out. The chemistry between you and you is amazing, laugh out loud. Because here's the thing most boyfriend POV creators did. They pointed the camera at you so you could imagine you were the girlfriend. Rahul didn't need you in the frame. He was the seducer and the seduced, the boyfriend and the bae, which meant you weren't the co-star of the fantasy, you were the audience for it. And that, if you stared at it long enough, stopped being funny and just became cringe. We'll get to the not funny part. First, more evidence, because the format had range. There was the challenge bit where she dared him to seduce her in 5 words, and he'd win against himself every time.
Hey, babe. Yeah, babe. I bet you, that you, tell me, can't seduce me in 5 words or less. 5 words or less? Yeah, 5 words or less. Can't do it, won't do it. I knew it. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Critically, the woman in these skits was never a person. She had no bad days, opinions, or even a storyline. Her one job was to need him immediately. Now I know what you're thinking, surely nobody actually falls for this. And here's where I gotta be honest with you. Some people loved it, and they were all over his comments section. This man really knows the way to a woman's heart. Can a cloned version of you be shipped over, please? Anyway, that was the machine. The man does it sure, and his woman combusts in response. Rinse and repeat, and the innuendo got broad. There was the handyman stuff.
Hey, babe, have you seen, What are you doing? Oh, hey, babe, I'm just, checking out the pipes underneath the sink. I think there's a leak. Oh. Yeah, it's like so wet down here. It just keeps dripping. You see that? Oh, yeah, I see the dripping. You think the pipes need to be drained? I have no idea. Oh, my God, I don't know how that happened, but the pipes just squirted on me.
And then, of course, there was the fruit. Somewhere along the line, Rahul started eating fruit at the camera in a way that made grown adults close the app. The suggestive fruit videos became the highest complaint against him. The steady drumbeat of, why is a man in his mid-30s doing this, was running under everything. Why do straight men do this? Does this count as a mental illness? And look, I'm not above admitting the format was on some level an achievement. The man was hard work and getting everything in a single take on a phone hundreds of times, and never once breaking character or apparently his own confidence. If you had that same commitment to almost any other creator, I don't think we'd be seeing the same results. But that commitment is the exact thing you need to keep in your back pocket, because it soon becomes weird eventually. But now the record is scratched, because for all the swagger, for all the bae and the towel and the chemistry with himself, underneath it was a deeply lonely picture. On his own page, Rahul Rai said he was single. He wasn't secretly a husband with a house full of kids off camera. He even made a skit where he announced he was engaged to the love of my life, who ended up being him.
Why aren't you married? I mean, it doesn't make any... Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not married. But I am engaged. And don't you forget it. Me? Forget? No. No. We'll never forget that.
He played his own fiancée. His towel girlfriend was promoted to towel wife. The son, as you've met, was him in a higher-pitched voice. And people ate it up. You could see it in the comments. I don't know how this guy gets it, but he gets it. Boys, take notes. This is how you're becoming hot stuff. For a viewer who felt invisible in her own living room, Rahul Rai was the drug. Definitely fangirling right now. Just saying, if you're willing to share yourself with yourself, I could be into that. Haha, hashtag thruple. But here's the moment the whole "it's just comedy" defense collapsed. Because for months, Rahul's shield against every criticism was one word: acting. It's a skit. And then on camera he explained what the comedy was for.
What are you doing with that cantaloupe, Dad? I'm using it as a prop.
For thirst trapping?
Yes, for thirst trapping.
So we're still thirst trapping?
Yes, we are, and it's a throwback to my old content.
Where you sacrifice fruit to serve as a metaphor to exemplify what you want to do to these women?
No, it's not that I want to do these things to them. It's that I want to provide them with something to use when they play with themselves later. Oh my god, that is so cringe.
The admission proved he wanted to titillate adult women. On its own, that's neither shocking nor unusual. He's a grown man making romantic or suggestive content for grown women. It's a creative choice and one that plenty of creators have built careers around. But the problem wasn't who the content was for, it was how people believed it affected those watching. There's a phrase you'll hear over and over whenever people talk about internet controversies: impact over intent. The idea is simple. Your intentions matter, but they don't erase the effect your content has on other people. Even if you never meant to make anyone uncomfortable, people can still walk away feeling that way. That became the lens through which Rahul's videos were judged, and once that happened, every upload started being viewed differently. However, it wasn't always like this for Rahul Rai. When he began his transition into content creation around 2019 to 2020, he was actually funny and no one was measuring his impact over his intent. He did Michael Scott impressions, lip-synced scenes from New Girl, and jumped on trends that were everywhere at the time.
Yes, it is true. I, Michael Scott, am signing up with an online dating service. Thousands of people have done it, and I am going to do it. I need a username, and I have a great one. Little Kid Lover. That way people will know exactly where my priorities are at.
His Soulmate skit reportedly passed 1 million views, and even a simple Harry Styles watermelon sugar lip sync found an audience, and his timing couldn't have been better. The world was in lockdown, people were isolated, and TikTok had become the place people escaped to for entertainment and connection. So when Rahul showed up playing the perfect boyfriend, then family, the timing couldn't have been better, and it took off. But that same timing was about to work against him, because the instinct that made the once harmless stuff blow up was the thing that would drag him under. By the end of July 2026, Rahul wasn't simply being mocked anymore. He had become one of TikTok's biggest punching bags. Searches for Rahul Rai cringe had accumulated roughly 1 million tagged posts, while Rahul Rai compilation had reached over 1 million more. Thousands of videos dissected his content, stitched his clips together, or simply laughed at them. This wasn't one viral call-out, it was an internet-wide pile-on.
Come on, one time, three, come on, late, you need slide, oh yeah. Come on.
The backlash even spilled off TikTok. On July 23, 2026, a Change.org petition titled "Ban Rahul Rai" appeared online. It accused him of posting his future girlfriend content that many viewers believed was inappropriate for an app used heavily by teenagers. We are starting this petition because we believe Rahul Rai's content has no place on TikTok. Over the past few years, he's built an audience by posting videos that many people find inappropriate and harmful. While everyone has the right to make content, there should also be limits when that content repeatedly crosses the line. One of the biggest concerns is that many of Rahul's videos revolve around sexual fantasies involving his future girlfriend. These videos often portray women in a way that many viewers find degrading or objectifying, and they normalize unhealthy ideas about relationships and consent. What may be intended as comedy is seen by many as uncomfortable rather than funny. The petition also pointed to the Zayn child character skits, the sexual fruit jokes, and his use of a slur as evidence that he shouldn't have a platform. Another major concern is his content involving his fictional son Zayn. In several skits, this child character is placed in conversations and situations with sexual themes. Many viewers believe children, fictional or not, should never be included in this kind of content, and they feel these videos are highly inappropriate. Rahul has also made videos where he acts in sexual ways toward objects, such as fruit, while making explicit jokes. Combined with saying the N-word several times in his videos, many people believe this creates an unhealthy environment, especially on a platform used by millions of teenagers and younger users. At this point, an entire ecosystem had formed around Rahul, and not every reaction stayed within the lines. As often happens during massive internet pile-ons, the lines gradually blurred into harassment, and some people simply wondered what went wrong. He had a good career, why did he mess it up? Others were done giving him the benefit of the doubt and crossed the line into personal attacks and campaigns aimed at driving him off the internet altogether. Someone accused him of sexual assault already. Bro, I'm tired. Lock this man up. Can we cancel him? That's actually so weird. Yet there was one strange contradiction running through all of it. Even while millions of people were mocking Rahul, millions of others were still admiring him. Old clips from his acting days were being reposted with captions like, "Aging like fine wine," collecting hundreds of likes.
Imagine the day they see you again. And you are just, well, better.
Threads that were supposed to criticize him regularly filled with comments from people talking about how attractive he was instead. Gotta admit, he's kinda cute. He's actually so hot. I'm mad. Why does he look attractive? No, because why was he actually fine shit? The people criticizing Rahul and the people supporting him were often feeding the exact same algorithm. Whether someone watched because they admired him or because they couldn't believe what they were seeing made almost no difference to TikTok. But this wasn't always what the creator wanted for himself. Once upon a time, Rahul had a dream, and it wasn't making crude sexual jokes as a child. I know it sounds impossible now, but Rahul Rai once won an award for a single quality, his talent. Rahul was a student in Pace University's Performing Arts program, and on the side he danced with a Bollywood-style company in New York. One night, a film director named Nayan Padrai was sitting in the audience, spotted him, walked backstage, and asked him to audition for a movie. Rahul said he owed his success to that dance company and to being in the right place at the right time. Yeah, I'm very lucky. I count my blessings. Right place at the right time, I guess. The film was When Harry Tries to Marry, a 2010 romantic comedy. Rahul was the lead, Harry Shankar. And I need you to hear the plot because it's your average romance comedy. It was about an Indian-American man who, trusting logic over love, decides to engineer his own arranged marriage, only to be wrecked when actual chemistry crashes his careful little plan. The movie's whole moral was stop engineering love and go live it. And following the film's production, its run was no joke festival-wise. It premiered at the Austin Film Festival in October 2010, played in Mumbai, and its screenplay had already been a featured project at the Sundance Institute. The run eventually culminated in a gala held at a BAFTA by the London Asian Film Festival, where it took awards for Best Film Audience, Best Crossover Film, and Rahul Rai personally walked away with Best New Talent.
London, we've won a few awards for the Audience Choice, Best New Talent. So yeah, I mean, wherever it's been shown, it's been really well received, so we're excited for it to come out.
In his interviews post-fame, he was almost shy about all of it. Fortunately, he grew into the craft. The career, unfortunately, didn't grow with him. Now, was the movie a masterpiece? Well, no, it landed at a modest 4.6 on IMDb. It never became a mainstream hit, and even the reviews that liked it called it light and sweet rather than important. Light romantic comedy. It's a great movie for teens, young adults, and anyone young at heart who wants to see a fun romantic comedy. The film was supposed to catapult him into stardom, but it's safe to say it didn't quite hit, and commentators believed it was because his acting style belonged in a sitcom and not a feature film. But Rahul might not have felt that way, or he strongly believed he had a calling for feature films because he kept showing up. As a result, his resume wasn't exactly overflowing with leading roles. He played a security guard here, a customer there, and an acting student in the movie Barry. In other words, he was living the reality of thousands of working actors, constantly auditioning, occasionally booking, and rarely becoming a household name. He landed a role in Grownish, a freeform spin-off of Blackish that follows the Johnson kids starting with Zoe navigating college life. Then he also appeared in The Upshaws, a Netflix sitcom about a working-class black family in Indiana, led by mechanic Benny, as they humorously navigate chasing the American dream.
Excuse me.
In 2025, he appeared in Greytown Girl, and more recently he played Dr. Arche in Netflix's A Man on the Inside, the Ted Danson comedy from the Michael Skr Machine. Despite what his later internet fame might suggest, TikTok wasn't a substitute for Hollywood. He was always a working-class actor, and TikTok was, by a mile, the biggest audience he'd ever had, so he leeched onto it. But that didn't mean he felt settled. Behind the jokes and the sudden internet fame, there was still the same uncertainty that had followed him through years of chasing an acting career. In an interview that got recycled all over the reaction videos, Rahul described his drive not as ambition, but as a compulsion he could not switch off.
Or whatever. I think for me, the biggest thing that I've come to notice is like the things that I'm, for some reason, driven to do, obsessive to do, I should just keep doing. How they work in the future, how it leads to this, and that. It's not that it doesn't matter, but that's not the principal motivating factor. It's just there's this obsessive thing that I can't get out of my system.
Yeah.
And so that's why I keep doing it.
He also talked about faith in an acting career and how he had no idea where the dots he kept connecting were actually leading.
So it's a lot easier to connect the dots looking back and seeing how the progression works out in your favor. But when you're in the now to then look to the later, it's very hard to figure out whether what you're doing is going to pan out, work, or whatever.
At the time, those words sounded hopeful. In hindsight, he sounded like a man watching himself walk toward a cliff and doing nothing to stop it. And the biggest audience of his life would end up being the same audience calling for the cancellation. So what do you think? Is Rahul's case simply one of a joke going too far? Or should he actually be investigated?